Okay, so I wanted to show this real quick before I put any oil on it. So this is the Scar reciprocating bolt carrier that I got. It was probably about a week or two ago, probably a week ago. If you followed the channel, you would know that I have some issues with my non-reciprocating bolt carrier cycling in the winter testing. So I traded it for a reciprocating bolt carrier. That reciprocating carrier just got back today from DLC, Diamond Like Carbon. DLC is a type of PVD. It's a type of coating. It's not my opinion, but it's actually the best, at least that I'm aware of, coating that you can get. Now, it is the best as far as hardness and coefficients of friction. And that's why it's coated for that coefficients of friction. Now, there is DLC, and then there is tungsten DLC, and then there's tungsten carbide DLC. With the tungsten DLC having just the slightest advantage over the DLC as far as coefficients of friction and hardness. So, why? This coating cost me $140. Why would you coat this over the factory coating? So the factory coating is, at least to my knowledge anyway, black oxide. At the most, salt bath nitride, but I doubt. I think it's just black oxide. So why should you send your carrier out for DLC, which, by the way, this DLC was applied by High Tech Plating. They're in Erie, Pennsylvania. Coefficients of friction and hardness is why you would want this done. So coefficients of friction, that just means how smooth this coating is. This coating has no oil, and it feels like glass. It is smooth. Then on top of adding the oil, you get just that much more better friction. It's got a relatively high corrosion resistance. So anyway, where your bolt goes in and out, the hole for your bolt head, and then where your cam pin cams on this slot, those are your main friction areas. That's where you want to take advantage of the hardness and the coefficients of friction. Now, you do have, on the non-ejection side, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 contact points. Then on the ejection side, you've got 1, 2, 3 contact points. My experience is on the Scar, the sides, your big sides here, they don't they don't touch anything. Now, I will also say that this is a contact area here, this slot. But I never really see much wear in there. Anyway, so that's why you're wanting to do it. You're wanting to have your cam pin, or yeah, I guess if you want to say that, cam smoother, and you want that bolt to move in and out with as minimal friction as possible. This will aid, obviously, in higher reliability. That's why I do it. That's why I put the big money in these coatings, so that I can have, you know, whether it's 5%, whether it's 10%, 5%, 2%, better reliability. Just like a race car, messing around with different things in drag racing engines, they do some things just for the minimal gains, because the minimal gains add up. So that's that. Also, sort of a benefit to this is when this coating is applied, they don't have to add as much heat versus, say, aluminum titanium nitride or titanium carbon nitride, etc., in those coatings. Now, I do have the bolt head, the cam pin, the ejector, extractor, firing pin, piston, and gas plug are still all out for various nitrides. We will go over those different coatings and why different coatings are put in different parts, on different parts of my Scar, the advantages of those. In a video coming up, once all those come back, I will explain part to part. It'll be a long video, but you'll understand what coatings you probably should put where and why. And I'll also give you a rundown of the different coatings as far as coefficients of friction, hardness, where these coatings, or what these coatings are tailored for in an upcoming video. But but that's the carrier in DLC. Now, I would have preferred the tungsten DLC, but they were able to apply the DLC, regular DLC, in these holes a lot better than they could have applied the tungsten. So I'm going to go ahead and get this oiled up. Here's another thing too. We'll do this real quick just so you can see. So the DLC generally comes in like this graphite gray, if you will. And then when a little bit of oil is applied, you see it gets its black a lot better. So keep that in mind, that that the DLC coating, it'll come in looking like a dull gray generally, and then once oil's applied, it will get that really nice glossy sort of black oxide or gloss black look that originally looked like. So all right, well, stay tuned for the big video, and we will catch you later. We'll get all this stuff put in, and then we will finally see if it makes a difference in the cold testing. So all right, we'll go from there, and we'll catch you in the next one.